guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marina. I'm a fashion, lifestyle, and travel content creator here on YouTube, Instagram, and my blog at her Millennial Closet. If this is your first time coming across my channel, I want to say welcome. And for my returning viewers, hey sis, hey fam, you guys know how I love you guys. So thank you for staying tuned with me as always. If you have not made up your mind to be committed to me, I hope this year is the year that you subscribe and stay committed to your girl. Okay, now today's video is a beauty video, but it's also chit-chatting about motherhood. I am getting ready to go to church actually, so I was like, you know what, I'm doing my makeup, let me just sit down and talk to the girlies and let's talk about motherhood, because my daughter is now 5 months old, so I feel like it's time to talk about some of the milestones she's achieved as a baby and how I'm coping as a first-time mom. And on top of that, we're gonna let's just talk about me being a mom, because I feel like I'm not the one to hold things in. I'll be very transparent, but right now I feel like I'm just holding on to a lot of emotions. So let's chat. Before we get into it though, the robe that I'm wearing, I'm gonna put it in the cutaway. It is from my brand Xoxo clothing. I'm sorry. If you have been following me for a minute or you've been following me, you know that I own the clothing brand. We are manufactured and made here in Houston, Texas. So yeah, this is our swag robe. It's part of our first drop I did a year ago. I'm trying to bring new colorways in this robe because I've been asked for that. So stay tuned. I'm working on something very, very special. So you'll see some of that soon, okay? Now let's get into my makeup. Enough talking. So first, we're going to use the OG primer. I hope you can see it. I'll put a screenshot of all the product I'm using in the screen. So the OG primer. This is the only primer I actually use on my face, to be honest, because I'm not a makeup girl or big on makeup. I just know how to do my face and my skin. So just keep that in mind. Do not question some of the things I'm doing. It's just something that I've picked up in the years that stick and work with my skin tone, so just keep that in mind. Okay, let me get a wet. Now, being a mom, I have been a mom for 5 months now, and let me tell you something, it's one of the best journeys, best experience of my life, and I'm so grateful to God for the opportunity to be a mom. Now, normally what I do, I use cluster lashes. I'm about to apply some. It's very quick, very easy. Since I don't know how to apply regular lashes, cluster lashes are just the one that I do. I will link it in the description. All the products I'm using will be linked in the description below. So if you see anything that I put on me and you like it, please check the description. It's there for you, okay? Now, I'm right, as you can see, I use this a lot. I've run out of the 16 and 14s, so we're going to use 12 and 10 today. It's very easy and quick to apply though, so I kind of use this all of the time. So, 1 second. Like I said, it's easy and quick to do, just like that, and it's done. It's very easy and quick to apply on, so that's why I use it, because like I said, I don't know how to apply regular lashes, so this is my go-to. I saw one girl apply it on TikTok a while ago, and I have been hooked to it since. It has been something that I would just grab and go. So I put 2 12, and then the rest of them going to be size 10. Just for that natural look. I usually put like 6 on one side. So if I had the 16 and the 14 inches, I was going to do 3 16 and then 2 14, so that's 5 I put, or sometimes I'll do 4 16 and 2 size 14, just to give me that volume. But this one looks like my own lashes. You can see this is with the cluster, without cluster. It's really cute and very quick and easy to apply. I would just grab it, pull it on to go to church. But anyway, let's talk about motherhood. So I've been a mom now for 5 months. And keep in mind, my husband and I, it's just the both of us in Texas. We don't have no family here, so we don't have no help. And my husband works full-time, and so do I. And I run a blog, and I run swag clothing. And with the baby, it is a lot. I am not going to lie. It is a lot. But I thank God for the strength every day. he gave me to go through. Let me tell you something. One of my everyday prayer as a new mom, I always ask God to give me the grace to continue this journey that he's given me to parent this child. Like, that's all I ask for every day is grace. Because if God give me grace, I have the strength to endure whatever challenges motherhood throw at me. And this might sound very silly though, but let me tell you something. I have 5 to-do lists every day that I put on my calendar. And if I achieve those 5 things, I am very, very happy. And it might sound silly to some people, but for me, that's how I survive. Number 1, if I am able to bathe my baby every day. Now you'll be like, what? That's a thing. Yes, it is. But by the time I get off work, by the time I've done this and done that, I'm exhausted. So some days she would get wept down. I saw a meme on the internet about, I saw the survey on the internet, and they was talking about, should you bathe your baby every day, or should you bathe your baby every day, twice a day, or once a day? And when I tell you that thing haunted me, so I'm done. That is me with the cluster latches. It literally took me like 2 minutes to do it. It's the easiest thing you ever learn. But someone who don't know how to do latches, and I know how to do this, you should know it's easy. But anyway, my foundation I am using, it is the Chanel foundation. Again, I'll put a screenshot of everything on the screen. I'm using the Chanel foundation. I recently started using this often in the winter, but my go-to is House Labs foundation. And I'll put my shade, everything on the screen for you to see. But anyway, I have 5 lists of things I need to do every day as a mom to help me survive. If I don't do everything, am I sad? Yes, very, very sad. But I have to keep going. Do you see how good that foundation is on my skin? With foundation, without. And I put a little bit of it, not much. So that's the first thing. If I get to bathe her every day, I am so happy. Some days, the days I don't bathe her, I just whip her down. The second thing on my list is, so she started feeding. I have to use it. We're training her on solid food. So I have to use the, put her in her high chair and then use the spoon and the bowl to feed her. Some days we don't get to do that. On the days I get to do that, I'm very, very happy. So that's my second thing. If I do that in the day, I'm very happy. The number 3 thing on my list is to read to her. I know these are silly things, but I'm just being transparent. Please do not mock me on the internet or talk bad about me, because this is my journey. If I get to read to her, so her dad and I read to her, excuse me, in the night. I use very little foundation because I don't want it to be too much, but I'm going to go in just a little bit more under my eye and stuff like that to fix it. So the third thing on my list of things is when we get to read to her. When we get to read to her in the evening, if we're not exhausted or tired from working, I'd be so happy. Like, I go to bed very, like, achievable, very happy. And then the fourth thing, the fourth thing that really excites me if I get to do this, if I make up the bed in the morning. My husband and I bed. So because my husband goes to leave the house early in the morning, so by the time I get up, it's rush for me. So when I get to make up the bed every day or that day, and I've done all of the other stuff that I have on my list, I am so happy. Like, I am so excited. So yeah. And then the last and final thing, and I know this is very silly, and this is for myself, if I get to shower that day. I know that sounds very silly, but those are the 5 lists of things I have on my calendar, on my daily to-do list. If I get to achieve all 5 of those things, I am so happy. If I get to bathe my baby, if I get to teach her how to eat, read a book, made up my mattress in the bed, and if I shower that day. Now you'll be like, girl, shower is a couple things. Why wouldn't you shower that day? By the time you're done running after the baby and working and being a wife and being a mom, child, I know that sounds so silly. My husband's gonna be like, I'm very proud of you to be this transparent. It's a lot. When I get to achieve those 5 things, my whole day is made. So as a first-time mom, those are my top 5 to-do lists I have on my calendar every day. If I achieve 4 out of that, I'm happy. If I achieve 3 out of that, I'm happy. If I achieve 1, let me tell you something, it's hard. But anyway, those are my to-do lists. I am going in with the Born This Way Natural Radiant Concealer, and I'll put it on the screen so you can see. So, with that being said, let's talk about baby girl and how she's doing. So she's 5 months old now. She started sitting down at 5 months, 3 days, which I am so grateful to God for. But let's go back to month 1. So I did not get to breastfeed because she didn't want it, and she didn't want it to, what's it called? She did not want to, she didn't want to suck on. She wanted me to pump it and give it to her. She didn't want it to breast. So I am going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting spray. I usually put that on top of my concealer to make it dewy. And then I'm going to wait for that to dry down a little bit. But yeah, so she didn't get to breastfeed. So she wanted me to pump for her to drink it. Now, it was hard for me to pump because it made me sick. And when I explained that to other people, they didn't understand until my pastor, my spiritual father wife said, yes, it happened to her too. I used to get so sick from pumping until my husband was like, stop. It's not worth it. Don't continue. Stop it right now. So I didn't get to pump. She didn't get to breastfeed. So she went straight on formula from the hospital. I tried to breastfeed for 3 weeks. It was the most painful and sick thing I ever been through. So we had to stop. And you could have said, you could say, oh, well, you could have taken lactation classes. You could have done this. I really tried to. But the lactation class wasn't available until like end of September. And I was struggling through it by myself. So I didn't get to go through it. So she didn't get to breastfeed. So month 1, my mom was around. We had help. It was easy. And then I started feeling sad when my mom would help a lot with the baby. I was like, the baby won't know me. It was crazy. my husband was like, she's your daughter. She knows your mama. She can never not know you. And even my best friend told me the same thing. She was like, girl, that baby know you're her mom. I don't care what you say. She knows you're her mom. It would never, ever change. But as a first-time mom, those are the things you think about. Like, okay, am I not taking good care of her? Will she know who I am? So I had to like really check myself on that. So that was month 1. I had help. I didn't get to breastfeed. And my baby would sleep throughout the day. So it was really chill. And my mom was here, so it was very perfect for us. Towards the end of month 1, we all went to Maryland to plan for our traditional wedding. As you all know, we got married September 14 in Baltimore. Traditionally, my husband paid my dowry, and I've talked about this on the channel, and I told you guys I'll do a sit down and explain the traditional step of a Liberian wedding, and I will. I promise I will. It's just a content that is in the works. But anyway, so when we went to Maryland, I feel like that was the first time I started doing it on my own because my mom had to go to work at that point, and when she comes home in the evening, she's so exhausted, so she sleeps in the night. So I was doing night shift all by myself, and then taking care of the baby throughout the day and bathing and feeding. It was a lot. And then the first time in the night, I was trying to fix a bottle. I was so sleepy, y'all, and the bottle fell down and busted, and I cried. I was so sad. Thinking about it made me sad right now. I was so sad. I was like, oh my God, I'm a bad mom. I don't know how to take care of this baby. Like everything you do as a first-time mom, you think you're a terrible parent. I don't know why that feeling, like, I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know. It just makes you feel very, very terrible in everything you do. So I literally had to keep consistently reminding myself, like, you are not a bad parent. You made a mistake. And that's true. So yeah, we stayed in Maryland till she was 6 weeks. We went to Maryland, she was 3 weeks. We came back, she was 6 weeks. By the time she hit month 2, that little girl was already putting pacifier in her, like, in her mouth. She was like pulling the pacifier, she was putting it back in. That was month 2. Little girl knew what she was doing. And I'll talk about postpartum in a separate chat because I don't want to combine the two because postpartum is a whole nother thing. I'd rather be pregnant and go through that first 3 weeks of postpartum. After you deliver, I'd rather be pregnant. But that's for another day. But anyway, towards the end of month 2, she was already putting pacifier in her mouth. And it was just me and my husband at this point. I had come back from Maryland. We were settling in the new house. We're planning for Cape Town, the destination wedding. So I literally, oh, I'm using the, I'll put it on the screen. I'm using the Huda Beauty setting powder. I love this thing. I'm using, my shade is in Kaduna. I love this thing. It's my favorite thing. I was introduced to it 3 years ago and I have not looked back. It is so easy. And as you can see, my makeup is always very light because I just, too much makeup, I feel like I'm not myself. So that's why you see it's very light. I'm just tipping things on. But this is Huda Beauty settings powder. Now, I'm about to use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Again, everything is on the screen. Like this thing, this thing been living in my house on me rent free. Like I am obsessed with this thing. As you can see, I've used it all out. I need to buy the new one. I've been having this for 3 years. I know this makeup expired. I'm probably one of those people who need to get rid of some makeup, but that's a topic for another day. But anyway, when we came back from Maryland, now it was just my husband and I, and getting used to being just a parent. Every day I get like these calls from my family, especially one of my mom's closest friend, and she would just call me out of the blue and she'll be like, I am so proud of you for being a first-time mom and doing this all by yourself with no help. Like, she don't know how much that means to me. It makes me so happy that people are seeing that we're really, my husband and I are really trying to raise this child, because it's not easy raising a baby. And we went to a restaurant yesterday. Well, by the time you see this, it has passed. We went to a restaurant a couple of days ago, and we went to a Chinese buffet because we were craving Chinese. So we drove out to Katy to a Chinese buffet, and the Chinese lady saw my baby, and she just was obsessed, and she just started laughing. And my daughter loved to laugh. Like, she will laugh your problems away. She is the most chill baby on the planet. She don't cry for nothing. Like people have a saying, God give people the baby they deserve. And that is so true. Or the baby they need. That is so true. Because I couldn't have been able to deal with a clinky baby. For her to want to be between around her dad and I all the time. But when she go out to other people, she is so fine. Chef kiss. But anyway, she was smiling with the baby so much. And the lady asked me, do you have help? Do you have someone helping you at home? And my husband and I both looked at her like, no. And she was like, what? And you have such a healthy and nice and sweet baby. I was like, yeah. She was like, you're doing a good job and you should be proud of yourself. And that was something that really made me so happy. This is the most contouring I'm going to do because I don't know much about contouring. But just follow my makeup. It's very simple. It's very simple. And the lady was just really happy to see me. Like, she said something nice that really made me happy, so I was grateful for that. So my mom friend does the same thing. She would just call me randomly and just be like, Rena, that's how my family call me. Rena, I am so proud of you. You're doing such a good job. And every day I ask my husband the same question. Am I doing okay? He was like, Mama, you're doing fine. So, but yeah. And then I traveled with the baby when she was 3 weeks old, which was really not bad. People on the plane thought she was going to be screaming. She slept the whole way through, and she ate, she went to sleep. And the same thing, we traveled with her at 4 months to South Africa. We was on a 20-something hours flight. She was smiling with everybody. She ate, she slept for 11 hours. She was fine. I remember we got off the plane and the lady next to us, she breathed. She was like, I thought she was going to cry the whole time. She was like, you have a wonderful baby. I said, I give God the glory. That's how chill my baby is. But trying with her on the plane, we wanted to fly first class, but it was so expensive, so it was out of budget for us. And then one thing I learned on the plane, they don't save where the bassinet sit for parents. If you buy it, you buy it. And by the time we went to buy it, it was still out. So we had to sit in a cramped place with her, and she was fine the whole time. So that was really good. But anyway, I feed her, what's the brand? Kendall Mill. It is the best baby formula I ever had. When they had an outage in the US and we tried Bobby, but we tried, what's the other brand? I'll put a picture on the screen. I can't think about it. She didn't eat it at all. She hated it so much. She didn't touch it. Like when I bring it next to her, she would gag. So she didn't touch that brand. Then she ate the Bobby for a little bit, but then it made her constipated for 4 days. We had to take her to the ER. So she didn't eat it. And Kendall makes it on the food she like. It's her favorite. Like she would eat it ease. I would personally recommend Kendall milk because I feel like it's the best baby formula on the planet. Like hands down, the best baby formula. I think. I think so. I think it's the best. Anyway, I use this NYX broad thickener. I already have what's it called? Macro bleeding on my lashes, so I don't do much with it. And then I use the same concealer from earlier to just carve it out a little to give it some formation. Yeah, so woo, I am late. I am late. I need to go faster than this. Let's do this faster because we only have 6 minutes left on our timer. But anyway, yes. At 4 months, at 3 months, she was already putting pacifier in her mouth. Towards the end, she was really good at it now. And then when she hit 4 months, we started teaching her how to sit down. We bought I'll put the baby high chair that I got from Amazon. We got that for her. And then at the time she hit 5 months, she sat down fully. Oh, I used the wrong concealer. She sat down fully at 5 months. But she started practicing at 3 months. Actually, I started leaning her back on the chair. I know some people would say that was early, but my mom said it was okay to do that. She's a girl. And that's my other thing. There's so much expectation for girls than boys. I don't know how my mom would have done with a boy if I had a boy, but when it comes to my daughter, she just like, oh, I get ya. At this age, this is my Liberian accent. She was like, I just said the girl should be sitting down now, the girl should be doing this. So it's like there was so much pressure for her to do things so early because she was a girl. She's a girl. So that really bothered me too because I'm a first daughter and I don't want her to have the first daughter syndrome because I feel like that thing is not for kids. But anyway, that was her. So 4 months, she was so good. She's a night eater, so she prefers to eat in the night. So she's not sleeping through the night. So I use my regular concealer to go on top and carve the top. I'll be right back. The camera battery just died. I'll be right back. Okay, we're done. My brows are done. We're gonna rush through this because I'm very late. I've been talking longer than I should. By the way, brows is all done. And yeah, so that's pretty much been my journey. I'm always worried about this child. I'm always thinking about her well-being, how she's going to be in society, how she's going to be in life. I want her to be really good in society. Her dad and I, like, literally, like, it's our concern and our thought every day. And I know she's going to be a good child in society because she's a wonderful baby. She don't give problems. She's very chill. So I thank God for that. I'm going to go back with the same Charlotte Tilbury stuff, setting powder, and contour my nose and my eyebrows, my eyelid. Okay, that's the only eyeshadow I use, to be honest, because I am very lazy with makeup. This is my lazy girl makeup. If you're a lazy makeup girl like me, this is it. This is our thing. But yeah, I love being a mom. It has been a marvelous journey. I look at that girl every day and I tell God, thank you for choosing me to be her mom. I know God could have chosen anybody else, but he chose my husband and I to be her parents. Like I said, I just use the same thing to go on my eyebrow and keep it neutral. I don't like doing too much on here because, again, I'm a lazy makeup girly. Okay? And then I'm wearing like a pink blazer. My outfit for church today is pink and burgundy. I'll try to put a video of my outfit if I take a video. My outfit is pink and burgundy. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put a little bit of pink blush. I'm using House Labs blush. I'm just going to put a little bit of it on my cheek. Where's my House Lab brush? I bought a brush for this. If you see this table, you'll be disappointed. All right, and then here we go. I'm just gonna use a little bit of it on my cheek. I love liquid blushes too. I have a couple of them, but because I'm in a hurry and I didn't put it in with the foundation, I'm just gonna do this really quickly. But yeah, that's how motherhood been for me so far. My baby is 5 months now, like I said, and then I'm gonna go with the Fenty Beauty what is it called? You guys know what this is. To put the little shine inside of it. Just a little bit on top of the pink. See? Very cutie. That's it. And then on my nose and then here. Okay? We're going to do my lip with this. Okay? And we're going to apply them. First, I'm going to line my lip with this. Because I want that dark, lighter undertone with it. Now, let's go. Let's go. Also, for star mom, it's so important for me to keep up with my well-being because I feel like if I don't take care of myself, I won't be able to take care of this baby. So I try my best to like do things for myself, like go to the movie, go on date night with my husband, even if that includes taking the baby with us, and just do something for ourselves. Okay, so I just line my lip with this. Again, I'll put it on the screen of everything I'm using. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Sephora brown lip for it. So we're gonna use this next. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay, that was wrong. I need to wet the middle. There you go. Oops, so much on my table. Next, I'm gonna go in with the NYX lip on my lip. Okay, that was what I just added on the lip. I think it's perfect. But yeah, that is pretty much my journey right now. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna make this glossy because I don't want it glossy. I'm gonna go back in with this to make my nose shine a little bit. Add some shine to my nose. I think I did that earlier, but I don't recall. And then I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray to set my face. And then when it dried out, I'll go back in with this one. I don't like this. People really like this, but I don't like this. I don't. I've tried, I don't. So I just put it on just to see what it would do, and I don't see anything. But anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna put a picture of my outfit or a video of my outfit on the screen. I want to thank you so much. If you made it this far, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. You'll receive every single content I post. I post here twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Please head on to my blog, www.hermillennialcloset.com, and subscribe to my newsletter. Okay, I will see you in my next mom chat. All right, bye.